And we are back. Hello everyone and welcome to the Arcane Adventures. I am your Dungeon Master and these are my motley crew. Say hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So as you can obviously see by the screen, we have had a little bit of a redesign over the holiday period to make this more of a podcast and less of something that you have to watch. So obviously on the screen you can now see everyone's player character, what they look like, and obviously in the top center you have the very inquisitive Dungeon Master, or Dungeon Maestro should I say.
Very concerning.
Yeah, it's very concerning, but we do not need to worry. I am not plotting anything, don't worry, don't look at my notes at all. So, with that out the way, shall we begin?
Hold on.
And what do you want?
And the ears are on.
Oh, you've got the elephants. Okay.
Okay.
So, obviously, actually, just before we start, if everyone's okay with it, we since Ariel cannot DM tomorrow, there will be another session of Esalinti if everyone's okay with it.
Ooh, I'm up for it.
Yay!
So this was meant to be the 1-year anniversary of the campaign starting, but instead that is now tomorrow. So, without further ado, let us creep back into the world that is Esalinti. Last year, 3 weeks ago, the group were continuing to garner the support that they needed to obviously take down the King of Antracia from his throne because of many bad decisions, many ill intentions, and of course, no fit right to rule. They managed to get Hadrian, Freya, Polto, and the entirety of the Royal Guard, courtesy of Hadrian, onto their side. And after setting up a soup kitchen and a very distasteful visit from Nera, the group decided to convene for the night after Arlen had been jumped by Ezio, who was now hunting Freya down with a vengeance. Not quite Die Hard style, but pretty much Die Hard style. After Ezio managed to slip away out of the midst of Ezio, the group then gathered once again to rest for the night, waiting for Rosie to arrive the following day. Obviously knowing once Rosie was acquired into their support, then they would have more than enough leverage to plan their quote-unquote coup d'etat. So, the morning breaks, as you all, in whatever manner and fashion you desire, whether you've been sleeping on mattress, sofa, or the chair, you're all going to wake up to the smell of something quite odd. Obviously, you've gained accustomed to Ignacio's cooking and how divine and delicious that is, but this is something quite different. This is something that, as you wake up, you sort of waft your nostrils and just think, what the fuck is that?
I'm jolting up. I'm checking out my surroundings. I'm instantly alert.
Okay,
It's
so
Freya soup.
Could I investigate the smell?
well, for Hazel and Zaz, who is Nisa and Ignacio going to do anything?
Yo, Ignacio, are you fine to come in?
Does it look like I'm...
Hey, look, I'm not here to judge what you do in your free time.
As you all look around trying to find out the sources, you do see Freya at the stove cooking just something light for herself, as she just turns around. Did I wake you all?
What does that smell?
Breakfast.
Can I have a look at it?
You can try. If you can get close enough to it.
I'm gonna hold my nose. I'm gonna go, Freya, that doesn't smell edible.
Oh, it's the stuff that us druids are, accustomed to making. Here, try some.
Oh,
As
no,
you-
no.
Would you at least want to know what it is?
What is it?
Well, it's porridge, but it's druidic porridge.
Yes, what do you mean by druidic?
Well, it's got a load of herbs and spices and essences in it. And
Fuck yeah, I'm down.
well, I'm glad someone's eager. As they...
Wait, just to check, because most druids can have like a thing against infernals. I'm chill to eat this, yeah?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it may be a bit, grassy for your taste, but I see no reason why you... Yeah. So she grabs a ladle and just dishes you up a nice bowl of druidic porridge as she places it down in front of you. Do you take a mouthful of it?
Yeah, cool.
As soon as you take a mouthful, it's hot, obviously, because it's just been cooked. But you do get a sense of some thyme, some basil, a bit of cinnamon, and something gritty.
What?
So, you said it's got like some essences and stuff in, yeah?
Yes?
Anything of note?
Well, just your usual seasonings, like basil, thyme, and some soil in there.
There we go. Okay. Soil. Yeah.
It's a good source of
Can't
B12.
forget when using soil. Interesting choice.
Well, if you cook it right, then there's no impurities in it. It's not wrong, it's just different.
I mean, Freya's just different. You need to just get used to it.
There we go, the princess understands.
Just like all of us are different. And we have our differences. Freya's got differences.
And she's currently holding her nose, and that's why she sounds like that.
Freya, when you said about the soil, did you get it from underground?
Oh, no, don't worry. I got this from the far-reaching lands of Mount Calabar. It's such an exquisite place. You really must see it. It's so covered in stone and snow that, yeah, soil is pretty much impossible to find.
At least you didn't mix in poop.
No,
I'm
that's for
gonna-
my
In the
enemies.
soil.
If I have people I don't like round, then I just, get... Well, I don't just get any ordinary manure. I get Brax.
Freya!
Yeah.
It's incredibly unhygienic.
No,
Well,
it's
if you want to... If you
What
want...
you want?
But that's not for cooking. That's just if I want to kill someone.
Right.
I'm gonna
Keep
grab
in mind,
Right, I'm going to head to see if my mother's still here.
Okay, so you're going out.
I'm gonna go out.
Okay, so Hazel gets up and leaves. What's Zazabar gonna do?
Because what time is it?
About.
I'm gonna say to Freya, no offense, Freya, but do you mind if I have some toast instead?
I mean,
They're kind of picky.
if you cook it yourself, or if you get Ignacio to cook it, then yeah, sure.
Once again, she's escaped without eating.
Ignacio,
But you are on no levels of exhaustion.
could you toast me some toast, if you don't mind?
I can toast the bread, turn it into toast.
Sure.
But if I toasted toast, it will be burnt.
Out of game for a sec. Can we talk about asking a professional chef to do a slice of toast?
Do you want any seasonings on it, or just plain?
Butter?
Butter.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met some interesting people, but this is just
Yeah,
bland.
I'm a quite bland person. or
That's not. something- That's really not something to be proud of.
I
Right.
just jam as well.
If I make, I'm not gonna make this. Make something else, and you try it, and you don't like it, I'll make.
Ah.
Try it for me. See what you think.
Okay, I'm willing to hit the risk. Do your skills, Ignacio.
I'm glad. I'm gonna start cooking up a really flavorful omelette.
Okay.
What's Nisa gonna do?
Oil omelette.
No.
No soil will be used.
I mean, as this goes, it's like the porridge version of orange juice with bits in it, you know? It's not that bad. I don't think.
No. But it's
No
actually
soil was harmed in
disgusting
the
to
making
drink
of
the
your
bits at the
omelette.
end.
But regardless, I'm not much of a breakfast girl myself. I feel like Ignacio will need some help. You know, holding cutlery and stuff. I'm gonna go help.
Folding cutlery.
Is this going to be another episode where Brad drops the cutlery and we have to pick it up?
No, you don't understand. They said folding cutlery.
Oh.
Oh.
It took a
Right,
while for the
so-
pen to drop.
What's Zeta doing? Are they just gonna be tinkering away?
If Ariel is here right now, I will talk to Arlan.
Arlen's here. They're just sort of reclusing in the corner.
You know, depression and all.
I'm
Sorry,
go on and talk to them.
Hey, I'm not there. I said that out of character.
Uh-huh.
Arlan, I have a proposal for you. Veta reaches into his pocket and pulls out the diamond he found a few sessions ago.
Why have you got that?
Death doesn't have to be final.
You're saying...
It's your choice, but I might be able to bring her back.
You kind of see Arlen be very shaken by this. Immediately, obviously, as it's like very first thing in the morning. And you kind of see, him shake a bit and tear up a bit. And you just see him lower the diamond in your hand and just push your hand down and goes, "Now's not the time. But we'll discuss this later. If that's okay with you."
Veta nods and leaves Arlan.
Thank you.
So, as the morning wears on, obviously Ignacio cooking their omelette to perfection, because why should anything Ignacio do not be to perfection? Go ahead and describe your omelette. How have you made it? Describe your meal for the hungry Zanzibar.
So, it's got like loads of different spices and things. No dirt, no soil. But it's got like little chunks of like ham in it, like other ingredients, just to make it like flavorful and full.
This looks nice. I'm gonna give it a try. And thank you, Ignacio.
Why does it sound like Zaz doesn't trust Ignacio's cooking?
Have you not
Because
eaten
it's
it
not
before?
No. I don't think so.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, they've cooked for you about 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I probably know it actually would taste quite nice.
As soon as Ignacio mentions
Omelette.
as soon as Ignacio mentions like cooking, it'd just be a case of ooh.
I'm just gonna sort of stuff it in my mouth like yummy omelette. Not probably in a polite way, so I'm not gonna be too greedy about it.
So you want to finish it, or would you like to make it? Or would you?
Oh, I think I'll be fine for now.
Good. I'm glad you're expanding your taste palette.
Thank you.
So, as you obviously... Oh, go ahead.
They just like walk to clear up the pots where Nisa is folding the cutlery.
Nisa, make a strength check.
They just sat there bending it.
Like that. Check or save?
Check.
Ooh, that is a 13.
So, the whole time that Ignacio's been cooking and that they've obviously served the omelette to Sazbot, you have just opened one of Freya's drawers and taken out a handful of knives and forks, and you've just been sat there just bending the forks over, and just... You've got through about 2 of them, but you have managed to bend 2 forks over.
I'm kind of surprised Freya hasn't just kicked him out of the kitchen. For that.
Nisa,
Yes.
what's that sound?
Grip strength.
What are you doing, Nisa?
Training.
What are you holding?
Uh,
What are you gripping?
what was once a silverware? Which bit? Okay. I'll give them both the halves of the fork. I don't know.
You haven't snapped the fork, you've just bent it over, so it's the handle goes up and then it curves 180 degrees and then there's the prongs.
I'm kind of surprised when Ignacio said, "What are you doing?" You said training instead of you shouldn't just know folding cutlery.
But I'm sure like feel the fork and be like, what?
Well, it's good for the forearm.
Surely there are less costly ways to do this.
Right.
What do you intend to achieve?
What do you think we're gonna do with?
I am going to use it as a grip strength toy. And pray for it notices.
What are you gonna tell Freya if she notices?
It was probably lost when we were doing the big feast.
Hey
No thanks.
Freya!
Yes?
Nisa's bending your forks. I have no idea why.
You just hear the sound of, like, a spoon and a ladle, like, just hit the counter as she stands in that disappointed pose, and she's like, I got that for my 25th birthday, you bastards!
Lisa,
Yeah.
I think you need a little bit of space away from anything that you can damage.
Yeah, message received. I'm gonna put the fork down.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Nisa for a walk.
Okay, luckily you only got through 2 forks, so...
She's not willing to kill you yet.
Yet!
Imagine just out of everything, that being the way your D&D character dies.
Yeah, just
You
the...
bent the druid's forks.
You blunt the knives and bent the forks. You smashed the bottles and burned the corks.
Hey, in Skyrim you can die because you kill a chicken.
Yeah, if you can, like, get wanted through killing a chicken in Skyrim, like, then think of what you can get wanted for in this world. So, Ignacio and Nisa are taking a walk. Hazel's going to find her parents. Zeta, are you going to do anything else?
First of all, can mending fix the forks?
Yes, it can.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to fix the forks.
Okay, you walk out, you see the 2 forks that have been bent vigorously by Nisa's drain, and you just work your magic, and you see the forks, like, almost stand up to attention, as Freya's like, oh, thank God, I'm glad someone in this party knows the spell.
The forks went gay for a second.
The forks were bent for a moment. They went through their gay phase.
Oh. It's not a stage, Mom.
Reference to a short. Anyway, but yeah, you watch as the forks like sort of re-bend back into place, and then obviously Freya just looks so pleased.
Anyway, how long has it been since I ordered the like part for screwdriver?
That's good question. Do you remember?
I mean, they said that it would be 2 days before it would be made, but
It's been 1 day.
It's been a day, so you've got a day
Okay.
left. Yeah, you've got 1 day until you get the last bits for your little tool. What is the Zeta?
how far away is Hosted from here?
Hosted is half a day's walk. No, it's a day's walk or half a day's ride.
The fact that they said hosted.
Yeah, they've constantly been saying hosted. I just haven't bothered to correct them because at the end of the day, it's dialect. But yeah, it's half a day's ride or a day's walk.
Okay.
So if you were to ride, you'd be back in
You'd be back in about
day.
20 hours.
a day.
So what are you going to do, Zeta, my boy?
I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for Nero and trying to chart any like apparent daily routines or anything they have.
Never.
Okay, go ahead and make me a quick survival check. Just see if you can find her first.
"21.
Okay, we'll come back to that later. Finally, Arlen. As
Hi, I've been doing stuff in the background. Hello.
as you're sort of just sat there, you see the chaos of breakfast unfold. You see Hazel leave to go find their mother and sister. You see Ignacio and Nisa leave because Ignacio can't bear Nisa in the kitchen. You feel the familiar presence of the orb, like wanting to show you something else.
I take it out and I kind of let it show me.
So, waiting until obviously everyone's gone, you then pull out the orb, and as you do, it once again forces your eyes closed, but then as you open them, it's something you've not seen in a long time. It shows you a depiction of this city that is completely alien to you, under attack by loads of different people. You see armies defending the streets to the last man, and one person you make out, although in quite a different appearance, is the demigoddess of madness herself, Volcana, as she stands with her platoon on the front line in the city. You're unable to move, you're unable to like do anything apart from look around, but as quickly as the vision came, it once again forces you to shut your eyes, as then you're returned to Freya's dining room.
Okay. That was unexpected. What was that?
So at that point you hear the clicking of heels as you see Freya walk in. What sort of state is Arlen in after they've just witnessed this?
Arlen is wide-eyed, kind of trembling, and, kind of in a state of confusion. Obviously, massive bags under their eyes because their lack of sleep since they saw their sister, and all that type of stuff. Kind of on a state of confusion, panic, and tiredness.
Okay, so
As he just places the orb back in his bag.
So as Freya walks in, she sees you in this state, and she's like, "God, you look like you've seen a ghost, love."
Thanks. Again.
I'm not sensing anything good coming out from that. As she pulls a chair up and she sort of gingerly sits next to you, knowing what you've been through. She sort of leans in to, like, sort of say, "You can tell me anything."
I tell her about what I saw. And I mention Volcana.
Yeah, as you do, obviously, she sort of nods in agreement, and then when you mention Volcana, she... Well, it's good to see that she's somewhat still alive, or perhaps maybe still alive. I don't know when that vision is set, or if it's happening right now, but, what caused this vision?
So... I have this orb, and it lets me know when it wants me to see things, and those visions end up becoming reality, or it tells me what's happening.
And have you told anyone else about this? Hazel?
I just saw this.
But I mean, like, have you had other visions before?
Yes. I told Hazel the one I had about Intracia. Or this whole place being under Intracian flags. That was the last one I saw.
I would say keep an eye on it for now, because seeing into the future is not a good sign. I mean, even the highest priests in Helvia get lost in visions of the future.
What do you mean?
It's dangerous. You're seeing the future. You're seeing the future, but you're not seeing anything that leads up to it. You may see something you don't want to see, and you're going to spend everything trying to prevent it, but in doing so, you end up causing it, but in much worse conditions. You can't possibly be... Please tell me you're not using these as a, this is what's going to happen, and instead using it as, this might happen.
No. Why would I?
Oh, thank the Lord.
Why would I do that?
Because that's what leads people to madness, Arlen. And I know you're grieving, and I know you're going through a lot right now, but... we all are.
Before I ask Freya something, I'm gonna see if anyone in the party's nearby.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna lean over, well, even though she's kind of leant over to me, I'm gonna kind of lean a little bit closer and whisper, "Can I ask you something stupid?"
Asking isn't the stupid part, it's giving the answer that is.
Is it stupid of me to let someone go if they died?
Of course not. Absolutely not. I've seen many people die in front of me, and in the end I had to let them go because there was no way I could bring them back. There was no way I could carry on wallowing in what was, or what could be. I just have to move on with what is. That may help, that may not, I don't know, but use it as a guide for what potentially you should do.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go attend to some matters. Why don't you go get some fresh air?
I don't want to be too far from everyone, especially Hazel, but she's already gone.
I'm sure you can find them if you try hard enough.
I'll give her space, she's clearly mad at me. Thanks, Freya.
No worries.
I'm gonna then get up and I'm gonna walk out with not all of my stuff, but like my satchel that has like the orb, the bracelets, the necklace, just my important stuff. I'm gonna leave like my bow, well, my bow slash violin. I'm gonna leave my weapons here. Take like a dagger in my belt in case like I get jumped or anything, but I'm gonna leave like my bow and stuff here, like the big stuff.
Okay, you learned from last time.
Yeah, I'm gonna take like a small dagger with me, but leave my big stuff in the building where I sleep, and I'm like kind of hibernating, and I'm gonna step out, and I'm gonna go a different direction and just clear my mind.
Righty ho. So, we're going to start back with Hazel because you were the first to leave. Where are you going to find your mother and sister?
The castle.
Okay. So as you go up to Allderra, you do see... You see a mixture of the royal guard around the regular soldiers. Obviously, the two sort of hating each other a little bit. However, when you approach, you do see some of the regulars like start to move in to like sort of block you out, but the royal guard members just like almost take over and say, "Don't worry, we got this," as they then allow you through.
I'm just gonna go. Why did the normal guard do that?
One of the royal guards just looks around and then nods you inside.
Okay.
As you do hear him like walking behind you a few paces, just like sort of getting you out of earshot of them. As then he just taps you on the shoulder.
Yes.
Hadrian's put us all on quite strict notice.
What is it?
Well, I'm sure you know the power struggle that's about to go down between yourself and Nera.
Nera?
Hadrian thinks she might be wanting to take the throne for herself.
Does father know?
Of course not. Why would a usurper tell their enemy about their plans?
Because they'd be able to take down the person they think is overthrowing it would put more attention onto Nera.
We've just been told to be stationed at key points around the city, places that you would go. So if any regulars try to stop you, because obviously we outrank them, we can let you through.
Okay. What's with my mother and sister? Are they still here?
Yes, they're currently packing to go north. They're taking a holiday up in Hosted, wanting to ride out the storm.
And what does my father think of it?
Your father's agreed to this.
Okay.
He knows, he senses something's going to go down in the next few days. But obviously he wants to welcome back Rosie with open arms. She's getting in at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So
Have you warned my father about this? About Nera? At least gave him hints?
Our soldiers are in no position. What Hadrian said is a different matter, but we do not know. He is not spending much.
Where is my father?
Last I saw him, he had retreated to his chambers. Help your mother and sister pack.
I'm gonna go see him. The least I can do is warn him. If he chooses not to listen, then he doesn't listen. It's between me and Nera then.
We'll try and keep as many regulars off this hill as we can.
Okay. I don't think they'll like it when
a rightful heir takes the throne. Don't worry, princess. We've got this from here.
Okay. Stay safe.
We're soldiers. It's our duty to run into danger.
Still.
As he then walks back to the door to help prevent any regulars from getting inside. you make your way through the castle, reaching your parents' bedroom. As you can hear like Ruby being Ruby and saying, "But why do we have to go?" As your father's like, "Because you and your mother deserve quite a nice break, don't you, dear?" As then your mother says, "Yes, we've earned as much. It's been a busy couple of years, and I think the break will do us good." As Ruby's like, "Oh, but what about Hazel?"
I'll just go. It's for you two to spend some time together.
As you turn around, you see Ruby just whip round with like those little sister like big eyes. She's like, "Hazel!" And she just runs up and just tackles you like in a hug.
I'm just gonna go, Father, we need to talk.
He just gently nods. Well, at least help your mother and sister pack, of course.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
They've got so much stuff to get. You know what your mother's like with holiday clothes.
And also, we're women.
You said it, not me. As you obviously help your mother and Ruby pack what they need, you have to tell Ruby no on like the excessive amount of things she wants to take.
The toys.
Yes, and loads of different things. But eventually you do get the dozen cases sorted.
Also, I'm going to take my dagger and I'm gonna go, Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
For self-protection, if anything happens, here. And I'm gonna hand her a dagger of my own. In a case, in a nice embroidered case that has the Entracian crest down it.
She looks at it and says, "Whoa." As your mother just looks at you with those eyes of, "What the fuck are you doing?"
It's only for self-protection. You know your training.
We've only trained her on bow so far. Hadrian's been seeing to that. Because the person who would be teaching martial combat is never around. They just look to your father. "It's not my problem, Nera has other priorities."
Just use it for self-defense only, okay?
And she takes you and like, "Oh, okay." As she goes, opens one of her cases, you see it like bounce up a little as some of the clothes inside, as she like just pushes it in with all her strength and then zips it back up.
And also, if you're ever missing me, you can just look at it.
Okay.
Okay. Class it as a very late Christmas present.
As then you see an army of maids obviously arrive, as your father's like, "Take my wife and daughter to the carriage downstairs. There they can start their holiday in a luxurious manner." As your mother and father give a kiss, hug. Ruby like jumps up wanting to hug your father as he bends down to hug her. Your mother and sister come over, they hug you, and then obviously they grab their cases and they head off out to the carriage. As they leave and you hear like doors close in the distance, you see him. He just sits down on the bed, head on his hands.
You told me to look for traitors, right?
Yes, I did.
There's a rumour going around that Nera's planning to overthrow you. She's got control of the normals and they're restricting my actions to get to you, Father. I tried to get to you today and the Royal Guard got in control and let me through.
Nera should not be given out orders. She's only been captain of the guard for a year. She shouldn't be given her own stuff for another 6 months.
Well, she's been restricting my movements. As in being able to get to you, being able to talk to my mother.
I'll speak to her.
Do you think she's going to listen? Especially with the rumour.
If she knows any respect towards her king, she will listen.
Remember when I told you I talked to her?
Yes, and she said those, quite frankly, untrue.
There was one thing I missed out.
Being?
She disrespected our race as a kitsune.
Why would she do that? What did she say?
She said, "Oh yes, our kind," and I'm gonna tell him what she said, of course.
So as you go, you see his eyesight he is in a bit of denial as he shakes his head. No, it can't be right. It can't. No, it's impossible.
But I knew you would deny it.
I would not put someone in such a position of power if...
Father, why do you think they suck up to you so much? Because they wish for you not to know what they're doing.
They're a good soldier, and good soldiers follow orders. But...
Then why would they restrict my movements?
Perhaps it is one of
I
the other
deserve
guards.
to-
Perhaps it is someone else. I shall speak to Nera.
You can talk to the Royal Guard as well. They can also say what I've just said.
I will speak to Nera and Hadrian together.
Okay.
Oh, but that would mean
I'll meet him. If you wish, Father.
Well, it seems you already answered my question. Like, take yourself and... If you want to take your merry band, including 2 of the Knights of the Realm, then... I'm sure Rosie will respect the warm welcome.
Okay. We have some catching up to do anyway.
Yes.
Do you wish me to bring him to the palace?
Rosie's a ha.
Do you wish me to bring her to the palace?
She's probably got mountains of work to do. I'm sure a simple greeting will be beneficial. I will speak to her at a later date, I'm
Okay.
sure. You see him grow a little weak as he's like continuing the speech. I just need to lie down for a moment. Close the door on your way out.
I'm gonna hug him and go, I love you, Father.
I love you too, my daughter.
That hurts! Ah, that hurts! I'm crying.
So do you then leave him? So as you do, you see 2 of the regulars patrolling as they start coming towards you. As if by magic, 2 of the Royal Guard come round with lances in hand as they then stand either side of your father's door. And they're like, "We'll defend him from here, Princess."
Thank you. Keep him safe. He's not very well.
As then you hear from down the hallway, "Ah! I think we're on guard duty."
I think the Royal Guard are suited to guard my father.
We've been given orders by Nera herself. You can read them plain and clear.
My father's just said Nera can't give out orders.
As you see the 2 like sort of turn away and you hear them whispering and chatting and just before they turn around, "We'll take this up with her.
Okay.
Is there anything your father said about meeting her?" I don't know. He usually likes to do that.
Yes. He said that he needs to talk to her. But not right now. He needs rest.
We'll send her up at noon. As you hear the whisper from one of the guards saying, "We'll make sure Hadrian gets up here for noon as well."
Okay. He needs to talk to both Hadrian and Nera. And that was under my breath to the guard.
I imagine so. Cool. So after that, what is it you're going to do?
I am going to go wait at the docks.
Okay, so as you do that, Ignacio and Nisa, you 2 on your merry little jaunt.
Yes.
Ignacio is using this as a punishment for Nisa trying to do something stupid.
When did
Right,
I
we're
not
just-
do something stupid?
Have a walk. You're gonna clear your head.
and not hold any more cutlery.
As much as I think fresh air is amazing, you won't find any of it in this city. If we're going to clear our heads with anything. You drink?
Fine.
Only one or two, I promise.
Alright. I'm gonna hold you to that.
So we're going to try head to a tavern.
On my way to the docks, can I get some food for Esalinti? Yes. Okay.
So, what is it you two are doing?
We are going to a tavern.
It's only like 9:30 in the morning. Okay, true alcoholics to the last.
So they'll run into me then.
It was Nisa's idea.
No, because they, when you went to go speak to your father, obviously you took it's a long way from Freya's to Lealtira.
Oh, yeah. How long will they stay in the tavern though?
It depends.
Exactly.
So, as you two, the closest tavern to where you're walking is the Wicked Wench, where Nisa, you've met Arlen almost 3.5 years ago, something like that. It's just opening for service, which is good for your alcoholic needs.
I try not to have maybe anything too strong. I think I like to have a milk or something. You're more than welcome to start off, you know, proper if you'd like.
I'll decide. Go in.
As I open the door, which is, as usual, same one for the people behind the counter or whatever.
Yeah, they, as you say, as they're cleaning the bar, they just wave up the rag as if to reply.
So, you here for breakfast too, or?
I made an omelette earlier, and I had some. I'm alright for food.
You okay?
And obviously, Nisa, you had the dirt-laced porridge.
Yeah. That does fill you up, I'll give it that.
I'm guessing that dirt-laced porridge caused you to fold four.
Yeah. Who knew the side effects of eating dirt was to fold cutlery?
I'll have whatever you want.
Great, just 2 drinks of milk, please. Ow.
They sort of look in a bit of confusion as they nod, and then you see them sort of just open up the cabinet and just pop a bottle of milk and just pour it into a glass, and they pop another one, pour it into another glass, and they bring it over to where you two are sat.
In a cabinet.
Taverns have milk.
You know,
That's gonna be warm.
I gotta say, I don't know how you did it, Hazel.
What do you mean?
Well, very few people are one or the other, right? You either kill a bunch of vampires brave, or you're socially awkward situations brave, right?
Right.
Now, I am a kill vampires brave. That's what I do. That's how I do things. I do healing, I do thievery, the odd bit of terrorism every now and again. That's what I do.
Fucking hell.
What I don't do is confront people or have weird, awkward conversations.
Why not?
God, why not?
Excuse me.
That's
Hard. When people are treating you like shit, you stand up for yourself. You be bold.
nah, it's easier when it's for like a greater good thing. But if it's just you, what's the point? You'll forget eventually.
You matter. People matter. Your feelings matter. That's what. If I've learned one thing from working in customer service, you've got to stand up for yourself. The customer is not always right. And even if that customer is supposed to be your friend.
For yourself, you are fucking bold.
Bold? Lisa.
Oh no, don't ask me to do
Lisa.
something weird and socially awkward.
No. You trust me, right?
Oh, it depends.
Say something bold. Just to me. Go on.
Fuck off, I don't know.
Think of something.
Okay, so looking around the tavern, what are we looking like?
We're looking very, very lightly filled. Obviously, it's just a few of the residents having breakfast. Some people, obviously stopping by on the way through, just having some food. It's not like 5 p.m. on a Friday night. It's just very lightly dotted with obviously the 2 barkeeps and then the kitchen out back.
Okay, not really any bother I can do it. Okay. I don't know.
Come on.
Part of me is glad that you can't see. I don't know.
What?
Part of me's glad you're blind. Thank God, this is being a shambles.
Why?
It's easy. Okay. Let me put into perspective for you what I'm sure that you've already felt through the vibrations of the ground. You are surrounded by a mixed match bunch of weird rejects of society, me included. And most of us have, to some degree, a light to heavy amount of facial scarring. For whatever reason.
So what?
Well, we meet this chef, who is not immediately scared shitless of this group of, I don't know, what is it, 5, 6 people coming towards them? Of which you are all heavily armed and scarred. Because if you were scared, I wouldn't be able to eat. I'd just be fucking chewing on dirt.
People should be scared based on how people look. It's just making assumptions that mean nothing.
Right.
And also, Nisa, that was not bold. That was just being all soft. Say something bold. Come on, I dare you. Come on.
Okay, first of all, there's a lot to unpack in the statement that you just said. I don't know.
Nisa.
I've never seen a blind chef who looks like they work out, and you are the first. All the blind chefs who I've ever seen, and there is a distinct lack, all look blind.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, they look like kind of potter about, clattered into corners, not fucking off weights.
Alright. And what do you think about that?
Mate, I'm chucking milk. This isn't a drink. This is milk.
Go on.
I don't know. It's useful.
Useful?
Yeah, if I'm bleeding out like it, good to know that I've got who's not going to look at my bleeding body and go, ugh. He is going to be.
You sound like you like that.
You trying to stop saying this off, and you're going to have to get me way too drunk before I start playing.
Like what?
Yeah, in a
Nisa.
like
me.
I'm not that. Okay, let me put forward the bucket issue. I assume you haven't really seen. Okay. You
seen it? I can't see shit.
Did you like the joke? So it's like 9:30 a.m. We are in a bar alone, and all of my weapons on because of course I do. And you have absolutely
pull out a ladle.
Okay. Totally bullshit your way through security with ladle. I'm gonna with half the shit I'm carrying.
What about my kitchen?
Yeah, okay. Fine. Okay.
And my meat.
Yeah. What's your meat cleaver?
They turned to the phone. That's what I meant.
We aren't
It
doing
means
this.
you do.
We aren't doing this. I'm gonna finish my milk.
Lisa.
Give the bucket-
Lisa.
Yeah. Oh.
Be honest with me. But once in your life, don't lie and cheat your way out. Come on. I think if you do some.
If I do finish my milk,
Maybe.
I'm gonna need a yes.
You want to leave?
Just say yes.
So you
I'll consider it.
I'm gonna take yes. They're nice, sure. Yeah, I like them. I'm gonna finish my milk. I'm gonna tip the bartender and go.
You sound like you're blushing.
Sure.
so you're both gonna.
I can get a chug.
Yeah, go on.
I'm just gonna chug the rest of my.
Chugged my milk.
So okay, as you do that and you then leave the tavern, you do stumble into one Hazel.
Yes.
You see Ignacio and Nisa leaving the bar, well, the Wicked Wedge where you first met Arlen. Go on.
Morning.
Hello. This brings back so many memories, this place.
Doesn't it?
All you see is
We
Hazel
met one of
with
the
a
other-
smile on her face for like it's not been on there for like a while.
I don't.
But I'm
I don't see it.
I'm gonna go. I just need some raw meat for these two, but I can't show them because dragon burned down my city. Yeah.
Yeah. We got it. Of course. I mean,
So
yeah.
if I give you two a platinum, can you go in and get some meat and you can just keep the change?
You want to just get a platinum of meat?
No, if I just give you a platinum,
I'll do something with
2 pieces of meat, and then you can keep the change.
Wait. Don't say a word. I know they're more ambiguous. Okay. 1 platinum, and you want 2 pieces of meat for 1 platinum.
No, I want 2 pieces of meat, and then the change that you get from it, you can keep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do that. Sure.
Okay.
Cool. Let's go.
It's not like
All
I'm
right.
short on money.
So you just quickly dip back into the bar. The bartender waves you once again.
Hi. Morning again. You got like a reasonably large piece of meat.
Raw meat.
Yeah, preferably raw. You don't need to cook it. It's fine.
What exactly do you need raw meat, Margot?
Okay. Well,
Well done.
our friend's a chef. They just want to cook something with it.
Righty-ho. Obviously I can't give it to you, but I can give you... Well, I can give it to you for 12 silver.
Okay. Do you just want to give us enough to make it, call it like 10 golds worth? In like a basket?
Mate, you have no idea how cheap we get our stuff. I'm not going to charge you any more than I would charge your normal farmers.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. How about just 1 gold's worth then? Just in like a, however much container you need. Just give us enough slices so it adds up to 1 gold.
Just come with me a minute. He sort of waves you towards the kitchen door.
Mate, this is the easiest fucking money I've ever got.
Yeah. You know Hazel doesn't mind.
As he walks you through the kitchen, obviously it's quite a large kitchen, and then he takes you to where the meat's stored, and you see like rows upon rows of like hanging meat. That whole left side of that room is worth 5 gold on its own. And you see like,
Just take the silver.
yeah, it's almost,
Take the silver.
it's enough meat that it could feed the city 3 times over.
No, do not do that. Just
Alright, I'm gonna get just like a bucket worth of whatever. Drop down like a gold, 2 gold.
So as you get like the bucket's worth, and he just looks, and it's like, that's 30 silver's worth.
Even better. Sure, yeah, have 30 silver, man.
As you just hand it over, he collects it and he's like, right. Oh, now I'm going to show you out the kitchen now. Follow me. As he walks you out the kitchen, back into the main tavern hall, you carrying this bucket of raw meat.
Oh my god.
As you exit into the main Entracian Metropole, Hazel, you see Nisa carrying a bucket of raw meat chunks.
Why that much?
It was literally less than a gold.
Yes, I know.
Fuck off, I'm not gonna take an entire platinum for like 5 silvers worth.
Well, I was going to ask you for a certain job.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
Sure. Oh, by the way,
there's got to be a reason why I give you a platinum, Lisa.
yeah, that makes sense. By the way, Ignacio, you're 50. You're cut. The platinum.
I didn't do anything.
You did enough. You accompanied me. And now you're carrying the bucket.
Right. So, Nera's... Actually, let's get to a place that's quiet. And no one's listening in.
So, the three of you make your way through, you find a little back alley somewhere where no drunks have been, like, residing for the night. You check the surroundings, it's all clear. Go.
Nera's planning to coup my father.
Right, just fucking straight out with it. Okay.
Something here.
She's been given orders to the normal guards to restrict my movements. If it wasn't thanks to the royal guard, I wouldn't have even been able to see my mother and sister before they went on holiday. Well, holiday. Hazel's doing the thing, you know.
Air quotes.
Yeah. So this is great to hear or whatever. What do you? Because I'm just kind of staring at you blankly right now. It's
My father
crazy what you're
didn't
saying.
order it because Nera's sucked up to him so badly. But the guards tried to guard my father when he was taking a rest, and they said on Nera's orders, we are supposed to guard your father. Now, I've gotten from my father that Nera's not actually supposed to be giving out orders without my father's permission.
Right.
Oh, and I need to go meet Rosé at the docks.
Okay, cool. What? Because you've given us a platinum and you get a task for us. What
Could you
is the
keep an eye
task?
out for more suspicious movements on Nera?
So, like, do you want us to like actively spy on her, or just like watch out?
Watch out.
Yeah, I bet. It just sounds like wandering about for a while. We're gonna go on a walk anyway.
As a knight of the realm, the guards
Oh shit! Yeah.
should listen to you.
Cool. Sweet.
The royal guards,
Oh.
if you say Hazel told you to keep an eye on Nera, they'll be fine with it.
Cool. The royal guards, yeah.
The royal guard.
Cool.
Can I just say, out of game, maybe don't tip off, like, just the guards that Hazel is sus of Nera?
No, it's the royal guard that you can
Okay,
tip off,
good.
because the royal guard are on our side.
I was just gonna say, like, yeah, I'm allowed to survey your captain. I was told by Hazel, who isn't planning a coup.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, cool. So, just sounds like us continuing our walk, doesn't it?
Mm.
Sure.
Do you want to take the bucket of raw meat first, though? Or do you want us to like
Yes.
drop that off back in,
Thank
wherever?
you. While I'm in the alleyway, I'm gonna go, Zell, Tyrion, help yourself.
As you say, help yourself, you see them both poke out. They see the bucket, they look at each other, they nod, and they dive. Like, almost hawk dive into the bucket.
It's been a while since they've eaten, so I'm not surprised.
You see, like, a couple pieces of meat, like, just fall out from where it's moving. But then as you see him, like, crawl out after, like, a minute or two, it's like as if a dragon could walk fat. They sort of like claw their way up, just with the biggest smiles on their faces, and they look at you as if to say, again?
Huh?
They look at you as if to say, can we go again?
What, is the whole bucket empty?
No. Like, there's about that much taken out of it. But
How much meat's left in there?
they've taken about 1/10 of the bucket.
I'm gonna go, okay.
You see them just fall back into it.
They're just in heaven.
As then they come out, once again, very full after another couple of minutes.
Right, no more. I do want to save some for your dragon friend outside the borders of the city. But first we need to go meet Rose, so back in my chest plate.
You've still got 3 hours.
Mm.
You're just going to wait at the docks for 3 hours.
I'm going to take a walk and see what's going on with the guard.
Okay, fair enough. So, you lot are going to split, so Ignacio and Nisa go one way, Hazel goes the other?
I'm going to see where I'm restricted from.
Fair
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll split.
Zazibar,
Yeah.
what's Zaz been doing on this nice spring morning?
He's just like strolling around. Does he ever have any paper with him right now?
I'd say he has a few like sheets of paper on him.
Oh, okay. Could I investigate of the nearest post office?
Yes, you can. You can obviously have a wander around, and then you see the familiar post office logo of these lands.
Okay. I'm gonna go in there because I want to send a letter to my mother.
A letter to Mumsy.
Yeah, the
Yard.
one that you can't go see anymore because of Nisa.
Yeah.
Right, so, what is your letter going to say?
The letter is gonna say, to Mother Half-Orc, I was put in brackets, Yuri. I hope everything is all well. If there's anything that's troubling in the Mystic Lands, I will come immediately. From your half-orc son, Zazbar.
Okay, so you go up to the postmaster, he envelopes it up, puts a seal on it. How fast would you like it to get there?
Baba, can you say that again?
How fast would you like it to get there?
Could you send this to my half-orc mother called Yuri?
I know where. How fast would you like it there?
I guess like, it's not really, just any time will do.
Second class it is, then. 70 silver, please.
Could I give 1 platinum to you?
As you place it down, he sort of looks at it inquisitively, and then he realizes what it is, and he's like, how would you like your change?
Whatever change you've got to give me.
You see him grab out the 999 gold and then the 30 silver in these thatch bags.
Thank you.
It'll reach her in 2 to 5 business days.
That's a lot of change, and I'm gonna put in my pocket.
Couple of minutes time.
So then, after delivering the letter, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna go for just a casual stroll and see what's there.
Righty ho. Arlen,
Hello.
where have you been walking to this time?
I'd say kind of around like the empty parts of the city and kind of just nowhere near Freya's grave. Otherwise, I would literally just be wanting to stay there for like the rest of eternity. So I'm kind of just walking around town, taking in probably places I've not really been to.
Oh, the bot died anyway. Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. 31.
Bitch, what the fuck?
Wait. Yeah, 31. 19 plus 12.
So as you're casually walking around, just sort of taking in the spring air, you then see this shard of ice shoot up into the sky and explode just outside of the city walls to the north. And amongst that, you also hear a familiar dragon roar.
I know this dragon.
No.
Can I roll?
You weren't there when Hazel went and first found it, were you?
No.
Then you don't know this dragon.
Okay. I'm gonna go towards it.
Okay, as you do, you obviously follow where it came from. You see it came from outside the city walls. You go outside, you go forward a bit, and then you see the crash landing path that it took. And amongst it, you see this shimmering silver just moving about in this small clearing.
I go towards it even more. And I take a very close study without trying to provoke it.
As you see it like riled around, you see Hadrian there trying to keep it controlled. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like trying to rein it back in as then he clocks you. It's like, oh, thank goodness someone else is here.
Do you need help?
Do I need help? This dragon could get on the loose. Look, just help me calm it down, okay?
Yeah, on it, and I'm gonna roll animal handling.
Okay, he'll do the same.
Natural 20, 26.
Okay, so the two of your efforts combined, you see the silver dragon just slowly start calming down. It just sits, it folds its wings in, it then rests its head, and Hadrian goes forward and he just rubs its snout a little, and he's like, there.
What
So-
is this?
I'm guessing you weren't here when Hazel found it.
No, I wasn't.
This is her father's dragon. The royal steed of Antracia.
I didn't tell Arlen about the dragon.
Oh,
Why?
boohoo.
Is anything going on? Why was it shooting ice in the sky?
Its last operation was to defend the city against those from Norden. But it was
Norden.
the island northwest of here, home to many a dragon kin. The one that Hazel's father stupidly tried to invade, but ultimately failed after a swarm of B-29 dragons came over and decimated the city. Luckily, though, our poor boy here wasn't killed.
Well, I'm glad to have helped with calming it down. Didn't want it to be provoked because I just was walking around the city and then saw the ice shooting in the sky, so I was unaware.
Well, luckily he knows not to attack anyone who's friendly to him. That includes the entire city. He's purely a self-defensive creature. He's only a couple hundred years old as well.
Is he still stroking the snout of this dragon?
Yeah, he's now got one hand like resting on the, he's now got one hand placed on the snout, and he's now just gone up to like the top of the head, just behind the eye, just like that bit between the eyes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of gently place my hand on the dragon to kind of also to let it know that it has company, but I'm not gonna harm it.
As you place your hand on it, it sort of like moves a little, obviously not recognizing your touch, but then as soon as he like sees Hadrian and looks at you, he then just rests his head back where he was, and you can just go at it like you're giving a dog a good scratching.
Would it be able to smell Hazel or not? To him?
I don't think I have hazel scent.
Well, regardless, he recognizes Hadrian, so
I kind of just gently kind of just stroke it, as well as obviously feeling the scales, as I'm not used to dragons.
it's definitely an unusual feel.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna be like, hey, buddy.
He's a real softie, he is.
Yeah.
How long will it take us to get there?
There's only one thing he does fear. And it's something we found out the hard way once.
What is it? If I may ask, you don't need to tell me if you don't trust me.
It's fine, you're a knight of the realm. I should at least trust that much.
I
And
forget that I'm a knight.
And considering you're going to be the king consort to the queen.
Oh yeah. Sorry, new to the terms.
His one fear is not having a home. It's not having someone to be there for him. Whether it's me, yourself, Hazel, the king, anyone. Ever since Freya brought him here, when he was but a wee dragon.
I look at the dragon in sympathy.
You do see a lot of the cuts and the scars on the dragon are beginning to heal quite rapidly.
I was gonna say I would cast Cure Wounds, but I'm not gonna do that.
The amount of damage this dragon took, that would barely make a dent. And speaking of healing, Hazel, as you go towards where the dragon rests, you do see Hadrian and Arlen just keeping it calm. As you see the dragon sort of open its eyes and it looks to you. And Arlen, you feel the nostrils start to flare.
Okay, I just kind of... I'm gonna keep stroking, but like not do it as much, as if it's like I'm kind of guessing that it has noticed someone's here. So I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna touch you as much, but I'm still here. And I'm gonna be like on my knees, kind of holding one hand at the chin, one on the snout.
Do I remember what the dragon's
Kind of like a dog.
Yeah.
Kind of like a dog. Yeah.
Do I remember what the dragon's name is?
I never gave you the dragon's name.
Oh. I'm just gonna go, hey, I bought you some meat. And I'm gonna go, oh, hi, Alan.
Hey, love.
As obviously you approach with the meat, you see the dragon sort of like gently nudge Arlen and Hadrian's hands off, as it then just opens its mouth, ready for you to just pour the bucket of meat in.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure none of the dragons are in there.
Yeah. So as
I stand out the way.
So you see the dragon open the mouth, you then just pour in the bucket of meat, and like, there you go.
There you go.
As he then just closes it up, and he just chomps away. It's not a lot for a dragon this size, but obviously it's food. But he just then consumes it and then he just goes back to resting.
I'll see if I can get some more come out to you. What time is it?
It's about 10:30ish.
Oh, and Hadrian.
Mm-hmm.
My father wants to speak to you and Nera at noon.
Does he now?
Yes. The guard said that they'd talk to you, but I thought I'd let you know as well.
Well, you found me first, so congratulations.
Thank you. I need to go meet Rose because father was supposed to, but then, you know, stuff with Nera.
Yeah, I understand.
Told him about the rumours.
Yeah, of course.
Arlen, are you joining me?
Do you want me to join you?
Of course.
Hadrian looks between the two of you, and even the dragon does once. And he's like, seems like you two better take yourself over the other side of the road and talk things out.
Huh? What?
I'm getting a very strong whiff of tension from you two, and I don't like it.
Yes. I know. We do need to talk.
I give that face of like, I know what we're gonna talk about, but I still have that dazed confusion because of everything overwhelming my mind. So I'm just there like, oh yeah, and I just kind of just like rest my head in my hands like, oh god.
I'm gonna go over to them and I'm gonna hug them because I know that they've been through a lot, so I know that they're like stressed and upset and, you know, multiple other emotions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hug them and I'm gonna, well, I'm shorter than Arlen, so I'm gonna pull them down and I'm going to kiss them.
Not in front of the dragon and Hadrian. Not in front of them, please.
In front
please.
of the dragons.
No, not in front of them. They're gonna tell us to get a room.
I don't think that dragon can talk yet.
But Hadrian will.
Yeah, as you pull Arlen in for a kiss, Hadrian, you hear a loud exhale from the dragon as he just like does a head shake as if to say "fuck's sake," and then Hadrian's like,
"It was Hazel's fault, not mine."
That's his way of saying, "Get a room, you two."
Fucking knew it.
Now, go on, you two have your conversation. Go on.
Okay.
Go!
I'm going!
So, as the two of you walk to the other side of the road, you two can RP. I'm going to the loo.
So, what happened when you went off? Except for the fact that, you know, Ezio.
I'm actually trying to remember what happened. Give me a minute. I actually cannot remember.
If I'm correct, you never actually ran into Nera. You just went to the grave.
No, I went to the grave. I just say I went to Rhea's grave. Look,
So you did kind of listen to me, huh?
Look, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see if I could either be out the way so I'm not disturbing anything or being a nuisance, or...
You are not a nuisance, Arlen. You are the love of my life.
I pissed you off. I wanted
just
to...
needed time to calm down. Nera got under my skin, and they're now very much more under my skin because they're trying to overthrow my father.
I promised you I'd help you with this, and clearly I'm not doing anything.
You are, though.
I haven't done a single thing to help you. I've just been wanting to move on from my sister's death.
Is there not a way to bring them back?
I told Zeta I would discuss it with them later. I
Zeta
don't
knows how to bring.
want a single thought of it right now.
Okay. In the end, it's your choice.
Zeta showed me a diamond. Zeta showed me a diamond, saying that we can revive Rhea, but right now I would rather help you than do anything else. I don't want you in any distress, so I want to be a good boyfriend to you and a good future king and do what's right. As I just take hold of your hand, and as we're walking, this is the first in a long time that Arlen's kind of done a single thing like this. Arlen just like closes their eyes, obviously still keeping an eye on where they're going, and just rests their head on your shoulder,
I'm gonna go.
as if Arlen's the clingy one this time.
I'm just gonna go. Wait. I know it's not the right moment to spring this up on you, and I know I should have probably picked a better time and place, but I do need something happy to think about, and I'm thinking you do too.
I could do with a good thought right now, but aren't we seeing someone?
That's at a certain time. We've got time. Do we have time?
Yeah, you've got 2.5 hours to kill.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. You still have that ring, right?
I go into my satchel and I go into like a very secure kind of inside pocket and I take out the ring. Never left me.
I'm just gonna go. Well.
Oh no. Is this what I think you're doing?
Arlen.
I fucking knew it. Sarah!
I'm gonna get the ring.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I know what she's doing!
I'm gonna get down on one knee.
Oh
she's
my god.
proposing to me! It's supposed to be me!
And I'm gonna go.
It's supposed to be me, you bitch!
Arlen Alfaro, you are the most amazing man I have ever met. And I never want to leave your side. So will you do me the pleasure of making me the happiest woman on earth and marrying me?
You know, part of me has expected this from you for such a while. As he takes your hands and steps towards you, lifting you up onto your feet. He grabs your hand and makes you place the ring on his finger and goes, I thought you would never ask.
Oh, so cute.
I'm going to, and I don't care who's around us or what's around us, I don't give two shits. Arlen's gonna kiss Hazel.
I'm gonna join in the kiss.
Can I roll a charisma?
Oh my
Roll
God.
the charisma.
DM and everyone else.
Can I, you can say no to this, but can I roll with proficiency? Because it's my fucking job.
No.
Dang it. Okay, that's fine.
You can add jack of all
charisma.
trades though.
Yeah, you can add Jack of all trades, so it's half your proficiency bonus.
Half my proficiency. So +2.
Yes.
So that's a +7 overall. 25.
How red is Hazel?
Hazel's extremely red.
You successfully charizz.
Can I?
I love being a bard.
I'm going to try as well.
Oh god. You can try and beat the Riz Lord. That is
No,
moi.
I can riz you too. You're my fiance now. Oh, that's a 2.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's a miracle you even managed to get the proposal out.
So it's a 4.
Can
let-
I play
let alone
along with? Can I play along with the Riz and be like, I'm so flattered.
You can play along, and because of the 25, you know how to play along without sounding sarcastic.
I'm gonna be like, oh my god. Oh, I've been flirted on by my fiance.
Right, so
Right.
what is it you're two gonna? Are you gonna then go down to the docks and wait for Rosie?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Zeta.
Hello.
So,
Hi,
You-
Zeta.
Hi. Time to commit a felony.
so as obviously you left Nera's shop, you knew not Nera, Freya's shop. You had a vague idea of where to go to start your track, and you follow it. You see a few groups of soldiers walking, and you sort of backtrack their steps until you almost stumble right into the middle of Nera having a conversation with one of her other NCOs.
I'ma go invisible. Like, as soon as I see her, I'm casting invisibility on myself before I get any closer.
Okay, are you going to eavesdrop on what they say?
Yeah.
So, as you get close enough to eavesdrop, you hear her speaking to this quite larger than her chap. Obviously she's about same height as Arlen, maybe an inch taller. This man is like close to Shaquille O'Neal levels high, so we're looking just under 7 feet. As she's, I really thought that fucking princess wouldn't get back here. Well, you could say that again, Commander. Look, all we just need to do is make sure when Rosie docks that Hazel's distracted by some mean or another, and then we launch. We haven't got long to do this. Right, and you want me to obviously cause havoc, but to an extent that it's believable. Yes, havoc, lots of havoc. Right, and what about Hadrian? Oh, shut up about that fucking wood elf. Honestly, I'd string him by his balls if I could. Yes, well, I've got a plan for him. Oh, please enlighten me. I think what we do is, because I overheard him say that he wants to imprison us in the barracks. Why don't we imprison him in the barracks? He'll be expecting it. He's not going to fall for his own plan. Right, yeah. My apologies. Look, as soon as Rosie's ship's dock, we just need to, caution off District Marina and then just march on Allderra. But we haven't the strength. We're only the regulars. If we had the Royal Guard with us, we could easily do enough about the Royal Guard, otherwise I will kill you where you stand. Sorry. Right. I have some things to take care of. Rosie's docking at 1. We launch at 2. And be ready. This may go down in a fight. Yes, a barrel, a warhammer, and of course, the god's blessing. Amen to that. And make yourself scarce. As you see the two of them walk different directions.
DM, this is up to a bit of rule bending, but one of the features of magical tinkering is that I can record a 6-second message. By raw, it says it has to be something I say. Can I record 6 seconds of their conversation?
Completely the DM's choice.
I know. See, because there's reasons for and against that. Because there's reason for it because obviously it'll help in evidence, but there's reason against it because it's something that can be then abused. So I'm gonna say no, for the simple fact that then it defeats any purpose of lying to guards, because you could just go see someone else, record that, and then you could get in
Abuse it,
anyway. Yeah, so
Yeah, cool.
that's my ruling on that.
Okay.
I mean, it could just be a one-time thing. But...
So
Right, I'm gonna go find Hazel and Hadrian and fill them in on that conversation.
okay, so as you sort of scour,
I'm sending Bean to track Nira's position, though.
okay, so as you yourself, you walk through the streets, you don't see Hazel, but you do obviously hear and see the ice shard that gets shot into the sky in an airburst, making your you continue your search around the other bits for a while before heading north out, and it's at that point you do see Arlen and Hazel just arm in arm, hand in hand, talking with Hadrian and the dragon off in the tree line, obscured a little.
Right, it looks like I'm interrupting a really special moment, but... And then I just fill them in on the conversation between Nira and whoever it was.
So obviously, Arlen, Hazel, you two. Obviously, the moment is kind of a little bit spoiled, but then again, this is kind of a shit time.
We've got things to think. We've got a happy thing to think about while we're sorting out the shit times.
This is like Vax saying to Keyleth when they're at the Sun
No,
Tree.
it's not.
It is.
It isn't. Because
And-
we're out of combat.
It is kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously they fill you in with Nera saying that. Oh, well, obviously you heard the conversation, and they just fill you in from there.
But it was a good moment.
It was a good moment, honestly.
Yes. And also, Hazel did say, I know it's the terrible time, but...
Right, so you three, what's your next course of action?
Right. As you said, they're planning to distract me. I need something to distract them.
Violence?
If you're up for it.
Well, Bean is tracking Nira's location right now.
I
I'm
don't
not
have
sure
my
about
big
the other guy,
weapons
though.
on me, so if we get into a fight, I've only got my magic. And the
But
dagger.
What
That's
I'm
it.
saying is, if you can do less violence, then that would be accepted. Know that the guards are only following Nara's orders, even though they shouldn't be.
Arlen,
Hmm,
I'm lending you the daggers of Esalinti,
Why?
so you have other weapons.
I have a dagger on, but it's just a normal one.
These have been magically enhanced, from what I can tell.
Right.
Do you know by what, or as I take it?
Some kind of divine magic. Out of game, what they do is they use a d8 of damage and have an extra 1 radiant damage.
So it's D8 instead of a D4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what. But
Zeta?
it's rolled.
Yeah?
Do whenever you send Bean somewhere, do you have sort of like a little ping inside you to tell you where they are?
Let me actually check the homunculus description. There's actually nothing about that in the stat block.
Could we make it as a thing? But DM?
I would say like the homunculus would have some sort of connection to the Warforged they're produced from.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's sort of like letting a dog off a lead and then praying it comes back to you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because obviously you sent Bean off to follow Nera, and you sense a connection moving, but then suddenly and unexpectedly it stops, and it stays stationary for quite some time while you hand Arlen the daggers of Esalinti.
As
Is it two
soon
or is
as
it one?
And it's 2 daggers.
2 daggers? Okay.
And after a few seconds of it being stationary, the signal goes offline.
as soon as that happens, Vator is just immediately on edge. I'm casting Fly on myself and zooming over to Bean's last known location.
So after they hand you the daggers, Arlen, you just see their eyes like go red alert as they just Iron Man fly up and into the city.
I watch Zeta fly off, and I'm like, that doesn't look good. We need to go. Well, then let's go. And I grab her wrist and gently just drag her along to Rosie.
So, Bean's last known location was just outside District Cardinal, which is Polto's main district. It's full of all the religious and the holy. You fly to where Bean's last ping was given, and there is nothing except in the
So not even
let me finish. Instead of like normal things you would find in a street, you see just this dotted mass. As then when you go down to take a closer look, you see Bean shattered into pieces. The glass which their main retina was obviously looking out of has been thrown all over the floor, with a black arrow shot through the front of it. The casing itself is bent, damaged, dented, and split apart, with multiple different pieces spewing back down the path.
I'm gonna like carefully go through like Bean's remains and find the gem that functions as their heart.
You slowly like peer through, obviously being as gentle as you can, and you do see the gem only a millimeter away from being hit with that black arrow.
Okay. I am retrieving the gem because I can like bring Bean back with that. And I'll keep the remains in the arrow too.
Righty ho. So, where are you going to start heading after you find Bean's remains?
Wait. Let me just check something.
I hate it when you say that.
Can you recover their memories?
No. But he just gave me something that presumably belongs to Nera. Which means that if someone can cast Locate Creature...
You've got to find someone who can do that for you, though.
Wait, does anyone in the party have Locate Creature prepared?
I don't have it.
Calling all party members. Does anyone have Locate Creature?
But I do have a compass.
Yeah, but that's to find Arlen.
Yeah, that is purely to find Arlen, and it's constantly pointing at Arlen.
Me and Cass do not.
Okay, Zazabar, do you have Locate Creature? Zaz has gone for a pint too many and has
It's
fallen
not
asleep.
on the Warlock spell list, so presumably not.
It's within none of the party's capabilities.
What about Freya?
That's why I said not within the party's capabilities. But you've got to
Yeah.
remember, NPCs exist.
I'm a find Freya, because it is on the druid spell list.
Okay, so as obviously you walk the quickest way to Freya's shop, you do encounter Arlen and Hazel. I know Arlen's AFK. But Hazel, you see as you see Zeta walking towards Freya's shop, you see Bean in multiple pieces with a black arrow through their retina. As it's almost like a friend being killed. But that you see them just walking to Freya's shop. You gonna join?
I'm staying at the docks.
Oh yeah, you're going to the docks. Yeah. So you're not gonna join?
No.
But you do reach Freya's shop. Obviously walking in, there's no need to knock at this point. Walking in, she is just tending to a few things out back. Where did I put that?
Freya,
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you come in.
I have a question for you.
Ask away.
Do you know the locate creature spell?
Why, yes. I've used it to obviously locate a couple other things in the past.
I'll give them a brief synopsis of the conversation I heard from, like, Nira and presumably one of her guards, and show her the arrow.
Oh, that poor thing. Oh.
They'll be okay. Their heart's intact.
Wait, they can be brought back?
Us machines are a lot more sturdy than you meatlings.
Meatlings.
Okay.
Oh God, not backward again.
So what do you want me to do? Who do you want me to find?
This arrow presumably belonged to Nira. Bean was tracking them.
Pass them here.
I'll pass them the arrow.
You see them sort of clutch the arrow in their hands as it goes from its dark, brooding presence, glowing this bright blue. That's strange. Very strange. That shouldn't be right. The map of Tracer, because I can't remember the name of it.
Sorry. That was a weird hiccup.
It says that they're not even in the city.
Where are they?
But it's at the guard post just outside.
How far away is that from where Bean was found?
Distance-wise, I will say about 600 meters as the crow flies.
Is that like a reasonable distance for them to walk within the time frame they had?
No, because as the crow flies, it may be 600 meters, but there's no way to get through the wall unless you go out the southern entrance.
Ah.
So it would have taken about just under twice as long than what you took to get to Freya's.
I sure do love it when everyone has teleportation magic. Yes?
This isn't Nera.
Who is it?
It's a... I can't quite make out. It's just a hooded figure. I'm sorry, but it doesn't look like anyone associated with Nera.
Oh, fuck. He's back.
It's Ezio.
They... Hold on. Let me try...
Great.
No, I can tell it's not Ezio. Ezio doesn't have scales.
Never mind.
I can't see more than that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's all I can give you.
So they have scales.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
It's no worries.
Am I there?
No, because you and Hazel were continuing down to the docks.
Okay. Sorry, I should be muted. Fuck, my bad.
So, Zeta, what are you going to do now?
Yeah?
What are you going to do?
How long has it been since I cast Fly?
It's been... I'd say just stretching, since casting, I would say just about, that's a good question. I'd say you're just pushing the 12-minute mark.
Okay, it's run out now then.
So
I'm just go and find everyone else and fill them in on what's happened.
righty ho. As obviously, what do you want, Hazel? What? In a minute. As obviously you're all walking around doing your own thing, you all get a message. It's from Polto, so it's a reliable source. As he says, meet at the temple. Our last asset has arrived early. Much too early.
I don't trust that.
So, I'll go around one by one and you'll tell me if you are going to go to the temple or not. So we'll start with Arlen. Obviously, Arlen and Hazel, you're together.
Yeah, sure.
Hazel?
I'm gonna say, from what I heard, I don't trust this. I'm staying.
You can go. You can go and meet Rosie.
No, that was in my
I'll go
head.
and check it out for you.
That was in my head.
Oh shit, never mind.
was to
Never
them.
mind. Void that.
That was to Proto.
Yeah.
So you're chosen to stay at District Marina.
Yeah.
Zanzibar, what are you going to do?
As I got this message, I'm gonna be like, okay, seems important, but I'll go. Whatever the risk is gonna take.
Okay, so you're going... Nisa and Ignacio. Are you two going to go to the temple and meet with Polto?
I'm gonna message Polto back. Further information required. Dark times, dark measures, yada yada yada.
Is each Yara different?
Each yard's different.
Yada, yada, yada. It's still within the... It's still within the limit.
Oh yeah.
And Zeta, are you going?
I'm responding. What artifact did I show you?
You all get a message back saying, trust me, I know the importance of this mission. And for Zeta, it was the daggers of Esalinti. Trust
Okay,
me.
I'm going.
Meet you there, Polto. Don't fuck us on this.
I'm just gonna say to Polto, My group are coming. I'm staying here.
You then get a soul message.
Huh?
Rosie wants to see you first. Her request, not mine.
I need proof that this isn't a distraction.
Then come to the church. She can't teleport.
Wait, isn't Hazel waiting at the docks though?
Yes! Hazel's the only one not going.
I am very untrusting. This
Yeah,
sounds
like-
like a trap. This sounds
Wouldn't
like
they
you've
know
been-
that Rosie had arrived?
None of Rosie's ships are in dock, but Rosie's in the city. Fine. Wait and miss the action.
I'm just gonna go.
That doesn't sound like Polto. But Hazel's the only one who heard that, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna go. That doesn't sound like Polto. I know. I'm staying.
Okay.
I'm a stubborn bitch, okay?
You really are!
I don't
It's
trust.
annoying sometimes.
Oh, I'm guessing I've
Wait.
done something good.
I was gonna say, did you say that out loud or in your head?
All those last few messages were to Hazel and Hazel alone.
No, what Hazel said, like, that's not the portal, I know I'm staying. Do you say that in your head or out loud?
That
I'm
was
just
it. That
curious.
was in response to one of Polto's sendings.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I'm just gonna say to Arlen, please stay with me. I don't want to be alone.
What if the others get into shit?
You know they can deal with themselves. They can hold their own.
Okay, I'm not letting my queen get hurt, and I'm staying with Hazel. Can I change my mind and stay?
Yep.
Thank you.
So,
DM's looking
for
at me like
Zaz,
I'm a bitch move.
Ignacio, Nisa, and Zeta, you all make your way to the temple, to the Church of Esalinti.
Before I go there, can I leave Bean's core with Freya?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as you all go along, obviously you enter into the church. It's not changed a lot since the last time you were here. You see Polto up at the altar speaking to Rosie. Obviously, I think everyone would know Rosie apart from Ignacio, both off sight and sound.
Lovely.
What? You're blind, darling.
I said lovely.
Cool. So as you all make your way up, you see Polto sort of extend his arms. Ah, it's good to see you came. Where's Hazel? Where is she?
The last time I saw her was at the castle, but not, yeah.
I messaged her specifically.
Yeah, I don't know, but my guess somewhere around the castle, I guess. But I'm really not sure where they are.
I'm casting Detect Magic.
You obviously sense the magic of all the clerics and priests going on around you. There is a little bit of magic from Polto as obviously you look up and you see a few lights just around him, just so then you can see things. And you see Rosie just tossing about this magical orb in her hands.
Now you see, it didn't do the voice of Polto when you were voicing messaging me. That makes me suspicious still.
What? The fact...
Okay, so let's start this off because I am scared a bit shitless. Fuck's going on?
Rosie was kind enough to come home early. They managed to sneak in through some of the southern trading docks.
Okay, is that a bit worrying, or...?
As you see Rosie then stop playing with the orb, holding it down at her side. From what I hear, I'm the last one you need to actually execute this plan, so I'm sorry if I came home early. But to be frank,
No.
I fucking hate Nera.
Good that you're here. You did say though, Porto, much too early. Why's that?
Tell us.
Well, I thought she would have come in by the main dock as normal, or at least the merchant dock, but no.
What do you mean by
Inside.
that? Yes, I can do that as well. I feel like it.
Okay, both of you roll
I'll-
insight.
Yeah, I'll roll insight as well.
Okay, all three of you roll insight then.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's gonna be a 1 plus 4, so 5.
Yeah,
Mate, don't you worry, I'm sorted.
yeah. Polto's telling the full truth. Zaz, you are 100% on his game.
That's a 19 for Nisa.
And what about
That's
Zaid?
a 24 for Zeta, and just to be safe, I'm applying Flash of Genius to make it a 29.
Oh, sake. So, while Zaz is like, yeah, I can get behind this. You two are sort of like, there's some suspicion, and even Polto seems confused. Like, this
As I
ultimately doesn't seem right.
it's a distraction.
In Thieves' Can't, to, like, Nisa, I am going to say, you know message, I know that it's the real Polto. Ask Polto what's going on.
What race is Polto again?
Polto. Oh, I can't remember from the document. Isn't he human?
He's human.
Yeah, he's human. Bold
Okay,
human.
cool. I'm just gonna message it then. Just, hey Polto,
Yes.
you've got one chance here. If you're lying, there will be a shootout. What is happening?
In terms of global events or citywide events, I can give you both.
Don't bullshit me here, bitch.
I'm asking
You
for specific.
You are clearly hiding something. Tell me everything, or we leave now.
And to make it truthful.
You don't know what's going on. They're speaking in mind.
Oh, sorry.
I know that the king is ill, that the dragons attacked the city. I turned this place into a hospital. I know you lot are planning to remove the king. I know you obviously distrust Nera. And worst of all, Alan's dear sister died.
Right. I'm saying this bit out loud. Right. So, Zeta, whilst I stay here with our dear friends, I'm going to need you to do a quick perimeter check. Make sure that there's nobody who looks a bit too gruff and mean hanging about. Polto, before Zeta does this perimeter check, let me reinforce to you what will happen if you lie. I have hidden in my sleeve a 9mm pistol screwed onto my arm. I am less than 5 feet away from you. It will blow a hole through your skull.
Don't do that. Polto's on our side.
So, now is your one chance.
Fucking hell, this is like the village of
Do you
all
have
over.
anything you are hiding? Zeta will find.
The only thing I dare to hide is my other half's Yuletide present. I am in the house of our Lord Esalinti. I would not dare lie under his roof.
So it's the other person.
You sure about that?
I will take any sacrifice that you may bestow upon me as the God's work, but I can assure you I am not lying to you one single bit.
In Thieves'
Cool.
Camp to Nisa, before I do the perimeter check, Polto is our friend. We don't know what's happening here. He could be under blackmail. Don't kill him.
I agree. I want to do an insight check. Not on whether or not he was telling the truth, on his facial patterns as he was saying it. Anything, because I've spoken to him before. Is he doing things out of the ordinary?
Make an insight check.
Okay, that is a 16.
Okay, so obviously talking to Polto before, you obviously recognize what his speech patterns are like, his facial expressions. There's a tad bit of like inconsistency and difference because obviously you've threatened him and he's as surprised as everyone else is that Rosie returned early. But other than that, it is Polto through and through.
Okay. Zeta, just before you leave, Rosie, what are your real intentions here? You said you got here early, and that's amazing. I'm glad that you're here. What got you out so quickly? What are your real intentions?
Well,
I had my real intentions.
Okay, so she says, my real intentions are to help Hazel get the throne before Nera's thugs arrive on my ships.
But the thing is, Nero was in the city near Polto's place.
Okay, let me ask you one thing.
Go on.
What do you have on those ships?
Cannons, weapons, aid, supplies, basically everything you need in a war fleet.
Okay. Second part. Is never. I'm gonna message this. Are you being held at any point by Nera?
I would have been if I hadn't got out of there quick enough. But fortunately, my bosun spotted the craft and sent me ashore early. He said he would deal with it all.
Inside.
Yeah, I'm inciting that.
Actually, no, Zeta, you can't insight because that was a message.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me do my thing. Okay, that's an 8.
An 8?
Flash of genius.
I'm saying it's probably not worth because I don't think a 13.
It's...
Yeah.
It sounds like the truth. Obviously, the part that she came home alone is a little suspect, but the fact that some of Nera's crew took over the warships does kind of check out, considering her intentions.
So, and this is obviously quite hushed, but, you know, out there. So, Nera stormed and now has control of your warship, and you made it out.
By the sounds of the gunshots and the swords ringing afterwards, by the skin of my fucking teeth.
Out of game, I will say that Nara said her bosun spotted the ship, and then she left before the ship got to her.
Rosie said the bosun spotted the ships.
Yeah.
And you haven't been made to make any deal with them for your crew's lives.
Of course not.
Inside. That's a nat 20.
You can tell she's made no such deal. She's not negotiated with the people who have commandeered her ships.
Right. So, one final thing before Zeta leaves, because I feel like we haven't really got to the point. You said you had action for us. Something you actually wanted us here for. Could have sent all of this over message. Why get us all here?
Because I was hoping if I could get you all here, we could launch whatever plan you have now. So, let me ask the question again. Where the fuck is Hazel?
Someone message her.
Great question. I'm going to message Hazel. Hey, Princess. Polto is really iffy, but has, at a game, what's her name?
Rosie.
But has Rosie and is planning to launch coup now. Something is weird. Tin Man will further perimeter check. Second message. However, you should accompany us. Bad to be left alone.
I'm just gonna go. Zeta said Nera was heading towards Polto. I'm very suspicious at docks currently.
You'd be safer with us than at docks.
Zeta said something about Nera planning distraction for me.
Polto,
Yes?
Polto,
Yes?
just a quick question. If we are all here, let's assume Hazel's here. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well guarded would you say the king is?
I would say he's most likely in his quarters making sure all the books are in check. I don't know if he had any meetings today or not, but I would say he'd be relatively guarded by Hadrian's personal guard.
Hazel, in message. Hazel, get here. We will pay the crown a visit. I have bad feeling about Nera storming castle.
Nera was talking about a distraction for me to get to Rosie. Send.
Hit send on SMS message.
You being at docks seems further from objective than you being with Rosie.
Make a perception check, Hazel. And in conjunction, Arlen, make one as well.
Okay. That from me is a 30.
Perception. That's a 15.
15?
Yeah, 15.
So, as Hazel and Nisa are conversing via message, you do see what Hazel you would recognise as Rosie's own personal battle fleet appearing off the horizon.
Can I see anything suspicious?
That's what the perception checks were for.
Okay.
They aren't flying in Tracian colours.
What are they flying?
No.
Nothing.
We need to go. Nis,
Wait, what?
I'm going to
What
reply to
flag
Nisa's
you cut
message
out?
and say they're coming, just on the horizon. We need to go now.
PM?
So, basically, what you saw Rosie's battle fleet approaching, but the only difference is they're not flying in Tracian colours.
They're flying nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, you cut out so I couldn't tell what flag you were saying, so, okay, now I know. Thank you.
So yeah, are you now booking it to the temple?
What's Nisa going to respond after Hazel said that?
Hold on. I think I might have something that can help us get there quicker. Do I have anything that's not Dimension Door?
Dimension Door would work.
If I was holding on to you,
I
I would
have-
go with you.
Yeah, you can. If you hold on to me, I can use a spell slot to go and use Dimension Door. But
I'm
that's a
currently
fourth.
holding your hand.
That's a fourth level spell slot. Do you want me to risk it? I can risk it. It's fine.
Risk it for the biscuit.
You know what? Yeah, casting Dimension Door. We're going.
So, as you grab onto Arlen, just boom, you appear in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
You see, obviously, the same sight around you. You also see the group along with Polto and Rosie.
We need to go now. They're just on the horizon.
Okay, great. Go where?
My father. We start now, and as fast as we can.
Hazel,
Mate,
it's midday. Who was your father meeting?
Nera.
Nera and Hadrian.
And Hadrian.
So we can't go.
No, we do go.
I'm saying that out of game.
right. Okay. Just before you leave, anybody dibsing Nera yet, or is that still
We
up
need
for
to-
free game?
Oh, please, Hazel.
We need
You
to
see
first
Rosie-
get Nera out of the thing.
You see Rosie crack her knuckles. Please let me have one swing at Nera.
Okay.
All yours.
Yeah.
She got so much under my skin, I really don't care what happens to her.
She got under your skin. She didn't bully you in school, did she?
What?
Long story short, she was my nemesis in school. Now let's go.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
First, we need to get Nera out of the picture.
Horse.
So as you
It's like my thing. Let's do it.
So, as you all head towards Allderra, the bridge going from, oh god, I know the district's names, but I don't know the names. From the main bridge going from District Capo to District Industrial up towards Allderra, you see Entracian regulars blocking the bridge.
I'm going through.
They lower pikes towards you.
I'm grabbing Hazel and I'm pulling her back. I'm just gonna like grab and go. No, I'm just gonna go. Hazel, no.
I'm gonna ready up
Let's-
the magic orb.
What?
I'm gonna go move.
They don't budge. You see, if anything, you see them click down their visors.
Hazel, please stand back.
The barricade is just like the regular military, right?
Yeah, it's the Entracian regulars, nothing special.
I'm gonna cast grease.
What?
Okay.
I never heard of that.
You do know what that does.
I have.
I know what grease
Like
does. I
grease
used it in a
floor.
campaign. I know
You
what
know
grease
what
does.
don't you?
I know what grease does.
It can flip
God.
over.
I'd like to.
And
I'd like to
everyone in
further
the
add on
party
to
will
this
need to
spell.
make that deck save.
What?
No, never mind.
I am lowering my shield in front of me and charging full force into the barricade.
Do I know another secret way round?
any way round will take more time than necessary. Zeta,
I'm still going through with what I said.
go ahead and make me a strength check.
Come on, Zeta. Come on.
With my -1 to strength, that is an 18.
So, as you... Obviously, the barricade itself is three men wide. As you charge into it, you see the middle and the one on the right sort of buckle under the shield. The one on the left jams their pike into your shield and is walking back, contesting you heavily.
So, okay, I've just checked some stuff. Would you say Zeta has created what, like, a rough cone shape?
Hold on.
I would say so, yes.
Nisa.
And how? One sec. And you know how my blunderbuss fires in a cone shape for everything 5 feet in front of me?
Yes.
And would you say that these soldiers are focused on Zeta?
They are most definitely focused on the one who's trying to push their way through, yes.
Okay, so that's sneak attack with my blunderbuss.
Against all of them.
All guards within a 5-foot cone of me.
Before
Yes.
you do that, can Hazel do something quickly?
Be my guess, just for reference, because I'm going to roll it now. Is that with advantage?
Yes, because the guards are currently focused on Zeta.
Cool.
I'm gonna go. Nisa, I know you hate it, but can you message my father and tell him that the guards are refusing the entrance?
Sure. I'm going to message the king and just say, "Hello, Your Majesty. Sorry, probably a bad..."
Hello?
Help?
You cut out partway through.
Continue. Say it again.
Repeat the message.
Hello, Your Majesty. Sorry, I know probably a bad time. Guards are trying to kill us and refusing entry into city for your daughter. Please send aid. Thank you, Your Majesty.
It's a while before you get a response. But then you hear him reply, "All guards should not have orders to prevent knights of the realm nor the princess of this realm entry."
No.
Well,
Motherfucker.
without being disrespectful, Your Majesty, the spears seem to say differently.
Tell them to surrender now, or they will be put up for trial and execution.
Yes, Your Majesty. Hey, fuckwits. Final chance. Drop your weapons. Get on the ground. Hands behind your heads. You've got 5 seconds.
Make a persuasion roll with advantage.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Okay, what's your bardic die?
Bardic inspiration is a D10.
Guidance.
So my bardic inspiration, because I have to say a word.
Control over his own city.
Finger gun.
That
Boom.
is.
It's weird when a coup happens.
Yeah. Especially
And
when
then
there's
your
two
bardic
people behind him
die.
and he
What
doesn't know.
D10 you said?
Yeah, it's a D10. Cass, I'm keeping the joke going. We're going with the booms.
And then a D4 for guidance. Let me get the murder D4. Oh, I'll just use that one. And then
Not
that's
the
that's
murder
29.
D4, no.
The murder D. That's a 29.
Let's go.
As you say that, they sort of look at you. And then they all look to each other. And slowly, one by one, they all just step aside and raise their pikes up in sort of ceremonial fashion. They don't look happy about it, but I can tell that this was somewhat serious. So they all just wait for Discord. Come on, Discord. They all just step aside one by one, allowing you entry.
I'm just gonna say to them as well while we're entering. By my father's orders, Never is not supposed to have orders for you.
Give orders.
Give orders to you. If you have been given orders that you are not supposed to, do not listen to them. And if Nera comes here, you are to defend against her.
Persuasion roll. That was brilliant. I heard a firework go off outside when you said that. Burn your inspiration.
18 plus,
Your persuasion
which is
should be a +2.
no, it's +6.
Oh, so that's 24.
Yeah.
For the first time in a while, you hear these regular cut-the-mill troops all in unison say, "Yes, sir!" As
I'm
they
gonna go.
tap their pikes down onto the cobbles.
I'm also gonna go. Nera is now an enemy to us.
Flat out declaring her an enemy of the state. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure that based solely off the hard evidence we've gathered,
Yeah,
like,
just
they're
everything.
guilty of treason.
Yeah, they are guilty of treason on 3 accounts.
Yeah, especially giving orders
Well-
to guards that they shouldn't be.
That's not treason.
Refusing a royal access to her father.
It's not treason to disobey orders.
Nope. That's
No?
killing someone. Treason is killing someone.
Treason is any act
It's
against
he's
the
going
monarch.
against the crown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply
So, okay.
disobeying orders is a completely different thing entirely.
Disobeying
Regardless of-
orders to prepare a coup is definitely.
Regardless, your way is now clear. You can make your way up Allderra,
Okay.
where outside you see a platoon of royal guards just sat there waiting. As they're all sort of like twiddling swords and just polishing shields, knowing that something might go down.
I'm just gonna go. Guards!
Oh, attention, boys! As they all stand up.
Nera is on the horizon. She stole Rose's fleet.
Nera's inside, princess. Talking with your father.
Nera has given orders. Rose is with us. They arrived early.
As you say Rosie is with us, the guards you see us just poke around going. And just do a dainty little wave.
We believe that Nera's given orders to take over Rose's fleet and is now planning to coup.
Well, then you best hope that the platter she bought in favour of the king is not spiked. Get in there.
Okay.
As you see 4 of the guards, like 2 on each door, just drag it open. This is the point.
Are we all charging in?
Yeah, this is the point if it was a game where you'd see a load of health potions lying around. As you...
There isn't.
Oh no, this isn't an RPG. This is a TTRPG. This is different. So, obviously you go inside, you go through the corridors, you enter the throne room, you see, obviously, your father, the king.
Mhm.
To his right, which is your left, you see Hadrian. And on the other side, you see Nera.
Mhm.
To the left of the king, so on his right side as you're facing him,
Mhm.
you see a small tray with some food bits on.
Father, do not eat that.
I haven't finished yet. Around at all the exits, you see Royal Guard. But there's one thing that you know about Entracia that clearly is wrong here.
What is it?
You know that in the presence of the king, it is a very, very big offence to carry any sort of weaponry if
Yes.
you're there for a formal meeting. You see, Hadrian hasn't got anything with him.
Yes. But never.
Nera's got an axe on her back. As you see, obviously them conversing as you all enter. As you see your father pick up a Granny Smith.
Father, no, do not eat that. I'm rushing over to Nera and I'm pulling them away.
As you say that, like, Hadrian turns around with a smile on his face, seeing Rosie. Nera is fucking fuming.
I am pulling her away. I'm going to go, guards.
So it is your intention to interrupt this meeting?
I have full proof, Father.
As Nera looks down. Proof of what?
Well, for one, someone disrespected the rules of Entracia. That weapon on your back? 2, I have reason that those buns are poisoned.
It's Granny Smith. It's apples.
Still, you not seen Snow White?
Where do you think I got the inspiration from?
And 3, I believe that she has ordered guards to take over Rosie's fleet. Rosie is right here, but their fleet is not in dock. It's just on the horizon.
You hear Rosie walking up behind you. It's true. Every word of it. As she looks to Nera, and Nera looks absolutely fuming that she can see Rosie, like, face to face. These two hate each other.
Also, Zator is just gonna give a synopsis of the conversation he heard
So guards.
between.
Yeah, so, obviously, Zeta relays the conversation that they... Well... The conversation that they eavesdropped on. And as you're speaking, Nera's doing that, like, that usual behaviour of, oh, that wasn't me, by, like, scoffing, turning away, folding her arms.
Hey, Your Highness, I don't mean to tell you what is best. However, we don't know who we can trust at this current moment. I think it's best if we speak without the plethora of guards adorning the halls.
We shall talk here. Oh, just wait for Discord. We shall talk here, but first... You see the king's head turn round to Nera. Remove the blade from this royal court. As she looks down and across to all of you. Have you not seen them, King? They're all armed to the teeth. Look, this one's got a blunderbuss. Your daughter's
We
got
didn't
two...
come here for the purpose of a meeting.
We came to disrupt your coup. Never.
A coup? What coup?
I'ma try and remove the battle axe from her back.
It will be with disadvantage because you would have to try and get behind her.
Alright.
But sleight of hand.
Oh, and Father, not to mention that the normal guards refused my entry. Who are they under command from?
I can now use this.
26.
Easily done. Even with Nera squirming around, she sort of like tries to duck away, but one of her moves puts you in prime position. You just slip the axe out and you toss it down to the lower floor.
Not to mention that they shouldn't be scoffing when they hear everything, like they're trying to act like everything's fine.
You see your father in deep thought as Hadrian walks over and kneels beside him, catching his eyesight. You hear him say, "Calamar, I've known you for so long. Why would I lie to you? Why would your daughter lie to you? Ever since you put Rosie on the council, she's been nothing but trouble, influencing you to go to war." No, Nara, thank you.
Nara.
You corrected me for once.
Yeah.
Ever since you put Nara in this position, she's done nothing but cause you to do stupid decisions, go to war, federalize the empire. Does it not seem a bit wrong? Do you not think the end has come? You watch the king draw his sword out from the side of his throne, placing it down and placing a hand on the hilt. I wish to speak to 4 in this room alone. The 2 knights of the realm, Hadrian, and someone get me Freya.
I've said my piece. I will allow. I will.
Before Hazel
leave it to
leaves,
discuss- to be discussed.
You're all pretty much going to be shooed out by the Royal Guard themselves, but go ahead.
before Hazel leaves, I'm gonna grab her wrist and I'm gonna cast message and I'm gonna say, oh, what was it? I'm gonna say, whatever you do, make sure that everyone's okay if I'm in here with Nisa.
Whatever you do, if you're in here with Nisa, stay safe. You know
I
I need you
recast.
to get-
I recast and say on it.
Right, so as everyone apart from Nisa and Arlen gets escorted outside so the
Can I say
king can
something
talk.
before I must-
Is Nara going willingly?
Not willingly, but after a few of the guards sort of like push her a little, she then decides to walk on her own fruition.
Can I at least tell my father, at least keep an eye on Nara? Please, just keep her
I can do that.
under supervision by 2 guards at least, Father.
Do not worry. So as all of you get escorted out, apart from the 4 that are needed, obviously Freya gets given a message. She makes a quick way up into the throne room. The 4 of you stand around the king as he stands up. I feel in times of need I require a few more voices than normal. Obviously, 2 friends that I have known for many years. He points to Hadrian and Freya. And 2 people who know, well, 2 people who probably know how to hunt down a criminal more than either of us do. He points to Arlen and Nisa. Do not think me for a fool, but have I done so wrong to this city?
Your Highness, permission to speak freely.
Say your piece.
After Hazel and the rest of us disappeared, I can tell that it hit you quite hard, as it would to any loving and caring father who has lost his child. And this loss has come across in the way that you rule. Not to say that people are for nor against you, because I'm not people. But they can tell that you're broken. Nera can tell that you're and tactical, but she is manipulative, and she's manipulating you. Whether this is a coup, this is just how it is, she has been.
Oh, your Wi-Fi's going.
That's fine. I'll move it over here.
I can hear you.
What was the last bit you guys heard?
Manipulating. Nera is manipulating.
And whether that is her personality or the coup, she is manipulating you. She's preying on your grief and on your strength and courage as a leader. Now, regardless of whether she is a criminal or not, she is bad to have around. And regardless of whether you are a right nor wrong leader, it is foolish to take her advice. You have capable counsel in Freya and Hadrian and your daughter. You need not let this infestation take hold of you.
He nods in confirmation, sort of. It's like when you tell someone something that they need to hear, they just sort of hang their head and they nod in agreement. They look up towards Arlen. If I'm correct, you're the one that's going out with my daughter. Answer me this. Will she be a good ruler?
In my noble, honest word, I may only speak the truth to you, my king. And to answer your question, your highness, what doubt does she have to not be a ruler? What flaw does she have that will not stand her out compared to other rulers of Entracia? Her compassion, confidence, and absolute maturity to think about the majority has given her more strength and more capability to rule Entracia in order, prosperity, and harmony. And as the current and forever reigning partner of her heart, I may vouch for her word. It may sound biased, but like I claimed at the start of my word, she is more than capable. With us by her side, as I signal to myself and Nisa, I say, and us two as knights of the realm, and obviously me as her fellow partner, we are there to protect her when times are in need. So if anything on her reign comes down to chaos, she's not the only one to fight it. If my word has been granted to you, then I may now stand in silence.
You see him nod once again in agreement, as he then looks to Hadrian and Freya. And you two, I've known you since I was a mere prince. I want you two to promise me something. As they both take a step closer to... If I was to abdicate tomorrow and put Hazel on the throne, Would you two be by her side all the way? And they both look at each other. And then Hadrian looks down. Have we not been by her side the whole time? As Freya adds in. I mean, who was it that taught your little girl how to create stink bombs? That was not funny, Freya. Oh, come on. You're worried about us being there for Hazel? We never stopped being there for her.
I want everyone who's outside, so Zazabar, Zeta, Hazel,
And I'll make one for the others. I want you all to make a perception check.
Oh god.
Fight based?
Sight.
Cool.
So does Ignacio have disadvantage?
Ignacio can do it from hearing.
So they can make one too.
So the group in the hallway not get an experience point for them?
27.
I'm gonna say this now, Hazel or Sarah, I have inspiration already. I haven't used it yet.
I
Do
rolled
I
an 8.
on the hearing thing? Because
We all know my perception shit.
Okay, so you, Charm, you got an 8. What did you get, Ignacio?
I'm just asking, do I have an advantage because it's a hearing one?
Yes.
Okay.
Zaz, what did you get?
14.
Zeta?
I got 27, but just in case, I'm applying Flash of Genius to make it 32.
Fuck's sake.
13.
So we're just waiting on Ignacio now.
1 second.
Yep, take your time.
18.
Yeah. 19.
So, with a mixture of successes and failures between you and the Royal Guard who are also with you, Ignacio, you hear a click and a creak. And after that click and creak, everyone watches one of the doors far down the hallway swing open.
And as you all look around, wondering what that was, one of you's missing.
Who's missing? Nera!
Back in the throne room.
Shit!
Oh my god.
Nisa!
No, I'll end Nisa, you don't know anything.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I wasn't doing it for that. I wasn't doing it for that. I'm terrified.
After, obviously, a little bit of laughing,
Goes around you all.
you see the king stand as
He says,
I wish to now speak to my daughter, alone. I feel I must apologize to her. Please.
Of course, Your Highness.
Please don't shoot him there.
You four.
You'd like us to go in.
Very upset.
Yes, just head on out and let Hazel know that I wish to speak to them.
Will someone let me know that Nera's gone?
I'll go and get.
As soon as you go through the door, I'm just shouting, Nera's gone, grab her battle axe.
It's
I was
no,
low-key gonna go get Hazel.
it's
not even enough time for you guys to make it to the throne room door. As you hear this mechanical click clack,
Please don't hit. Please don't hit.
you hear a click clack, and the
whistle of something metal. As then you just hear this gasp.
Do I hear this?
It's loud enough, and the door is open ajar
I'm running.
because one of the guards is cheeky.
I'm running.
As you all turn around to see where the gas came from, you see You see Arlen checking themselves over. You see Nisa checking themselves over. Both of you are fine.
Okay.
Hadrian
Checks himself over. He's fine.
I'm gonna check my father.
Your father is fine. In a state of shock at what they've just seen, as
You all look to Freya,
and you see a gash taken out of their side and a metal bolt lying down below.
Freya, which Freya?
The
Druid
druid.
Freya.
No, people heal her, please.
As then
Okay.
you hear the drawing of swords and this loud thud that creates an impact in the floor.
as Zeta, you recognize this Hulk to be the person that Nera was talking to earlier.
With Nera climbing down the side.
I'm rolling. I'm taking
No,
her.
no.
I want every player to roll me a D20.
Just flat?
Flat roll. Do not say your number.
To
On it.
anyone.
Okay. I was gonna ask a question, but that can wait. Okay.
So has everyone got their numbers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did anyone roll?
A 16.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Arlen and Zeta.
I rolled high.
Yeah.
Is it 16 or higher or 16?
Exactly 16.
Okay.
So as you watch this monolith come down and Nera
Joining them, you see them draw their axe and they lock eyes with both Arlen and Zeta.
as you
See her click her fingers. I want both of you to make wisdom saves.
Okay.
Oh no.
Zeta, Bardic Inspiration on you.
Thank you.
No worries, so it's a D10.
Can I...
Nope.
I wanted to... Second wind on Arlen.
Second wind is only personal. It only restores 1d10 plus level hit points to
Sorry,
yourself.
I'm having to re-roll. I got a cocked dice. Okay.
So, what did you get, Zeta?
I got a 29.
Yep, you succeed. What did you get, Arlen?
7. I got a 3 plus 4.
As you see Nera click, you hear her manipulative voice enter your mind as it echoes around as you focus on her, as all you hear is, "You never really liked these people, did you? You are now charmed by Nera.
Okay. Okay.
You will fight for her, you will do her bidding.
Okay. I only have my normal dagger, my spells, and the daggers of Esalinti, but that's okay. But also, the party don't know I'm charmed.
No one knows you're charmed yet."
Okay. Okay.
And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
No!
Dang it!
Okay,
Got
I
a
need to note,
cliffhanger!
I'm gonna note. I'm going to note that in my notes for next session that I am charmed.
So for tomorrow's session, the 1
I'm
year
not gonna be
anniversary.
here.
Don't worry, send me your sheets.
Okay.
Send me your sheets. I will.
Alright.
I will play Arlen as well as all
Thank
the
you.
other NPCs. And for the 1 year anniversary of this campaign started, it is to see if Hazel goes from princess to a queen. Oh.
Holy!
Yeah, standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, the rightful heir overthrows the regicidal usurper.
So, I want to thank everyone for watching. My god, it's been one hell of an episode. Tune in tomorrow for the second half of this double bill. Obviously, we won't have an Arlen, unfortunately. It is their birthday, so everyone send them happy birthdays in the chat for tomorrow's stream.
Also,
Sending hearts is a massive thank you.
one of our lens spell slots is used up.
Yes, their 4th level spell slot is
My
used
4th
up.
level spell slot's been used up, so I've got 2 more spell slots that are 4th level, and then I think 1 or 2 5th level spell slots.
Okay, but I want to thank all my players for being amazing, and we will jump into this tomorrow with the fight at the palace chambers. Go get some rest. Go, obviously, have some fun, and we will see you all tomorrow. So, tally ho, old chaps.
Bye.